We're here at IBC 2023 and Sigma just dropped their new firmware for the Sigma FP. Brian, how's it going?
It's going great.
How's the show been so far?
It's been pretty busy. It's been good.
Good to hear, good to hear. So tell me about the new firmware update on the FP.
Yeah, so just recently we put a new big firmware update. The really cool thing about the FP is this camera came out in like 2019. We're in 2023, right? We're still putting out new firmware updates for the camera. So even a custom camera that's been a couple years old, we're still giving new features and new design and, just updating the camera for the people that bought it and loyal users. So to me, that's super cool.
Definitely.
The most recent firmware, we introduced a new color mode. It's called warm gold. It'll, to be honest with you, it does exactly what it sounds like.
Gives it a nice warm golden look.
Yeah. So it's all, nice color mode. We'll update it so when you use the solid state drive to record the Cinema DNG RAW, you can go up to 4 terabytes, so you can eat your storage up even faster.
What's the biggest update on this firmware?
Yeah, so the ones before are just a little bit smaller updates. The biggest update we have so far is it's an update. It's called Yell Zone. If you're ever familiar with false color, it's very similar to that, but it's a little bit more accurate. It's more universal in its development. People look at it and go, "Oh, that looks like false color," but once you actually see how it works, it's a little bit easier to understand, in my opinion. So,
all right, can you run me through it and explain to me, is it a Sigma original, or is it similar to other brands that we know?
Yeah, so this was developed in concert with ASC member Ed Lachman. He developed it with small HD, and we put it in the camera so that it's just a quick and easy reference guide. You can see where your exposure is, how far over and under you are in a scene, how many stops you are, very simply and easy. It's something you can use to scout, maybe save that data for later, go back to recreate a scene. It's just a great tool. Like, from what my understanding is, I've never used the RE false color, but it can be a little bit more difficult to read. Once you know how to do it, it's easy. But this is more standard, so it'll work with our camera, or it will be the same as if you use it on, Blackmagic, an RE, a Red, or whatever. It's not going to be tied to one specific camera, so you should be able to recreate that scene with the same type of exposures with almost any camera. So
good exposure tools are always super useful.
Yeah, no, totally. So it's a great tool. And I'm super excited. To me, it's is it the ultimate tool? Is going to make you buy the camera? Maybe not, but it's a affirmation of how committed we are to giving a great product over the long term to our customers, and not just like, oh, here's a camera and we're done with it. We're going to continually improve it.
That's so being loyal to your customers is actually very important to you guys.
Yeah, no, it's the cornerstone. Making sure we help our customers. It just spreads the word about us as a company. It builds that loyalty. I think that's
definitely
amazing. So,
all right, can you show me how this new false color works?
Yeah, so and originally you're going to have like this graph here that's going to kind of give you an idea of where you're at. Yeah, everything's based off of, like a grade card. So that's your starting point. As you go over exposure, it gets warmer. As you get below exposure, like underexposed, it gets cooler.
That's actually very easy to remember.
Remember, right?
That is easier than RE.
Yeah. So, it's, red hot. Guess what? It's really hot, and if it's almost black, there's no data there.
Yeah.
So it's incredibly easy to do. And on the way it works on the camera is you just assign that feature to a button.
Yeah.
Then you take it, and then suddenly it's there.
And so when you press the button, you get the false colors, and when you let go, it's gone.
Gone. Yep.
That's actually very useful. You don't have to press again. I like that.
Yeah. So you just assign it to a button, and you can use this in our director's viewfinder functionality, so you can see what your scene looks like. Check your color exposure real simple and easily. You can also, just use it in everyday thing. So like it's everyday shooting as a tool to help your regular shooting, or if you're using the camera to actually shoot. So
amazing. And where can we find the firmware update?
You just go to SigmaPhoto.com, and there's a thing that says firmwares, and you can just download it from there. Or search for FP firmwares, and I guarantee it'll show up on Google. So.
And it's a free update?
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, of course. So.
Nice. Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
This was Joost at the Sigma booth at IBC 2023. Make sure to keep watching our videos because we're here the whole weekend.